Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with a card discussion today about a new card coming out in the Dracoruler set, that is Agnimazd Vanisher, the true Dracoruler. Now, I probably just absolutely butchered that name. Dracoruler is obviously a thing, and the Agnimazd, I guess that's how you say it, but it is a level 9 fire worm effect monster that has 2,900 attack and 1,900 defense, and its effect reads as follows. If this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 monsters in your hands and or face up on the field, including a fire monster. And if you do special summon this card, if you destroyed 2 fire monsters this way, you can banish one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can add one non-fire worm monster from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Agnimazd Vanisher, the true Dracoruler, once per turn. So this is a super interesting card, and when I looked at this, I didn't think of the Draco archetype, I didn't think of anything like that. I just instantly thought of Fire Kings, and I think a lot of people pretty much did. This card has insane synergy with the Fire King archetype, and now that Konami for us are finally releasing the Fire King Island, Fire Kings for meta support? But anyway, this card has been really interesting for me, simply because you have the ability to destroy monsters that you control or in your hand to special summon it. And if 2 of them are fire, you can banish a monster. So if you have, for example, a Yaksha, a Baron, or a Garunix in your hand or on the field, you can destroy them and get their effects. Fire Kings, I think, was a bit of a fan favorite. When we saw that they had the Fire King Island, I think everyone was quite excited, but we just never got it. And I think a year and a half later, we're getting it finally, which is nice to see. And I actually think Fire Kings are a pretty decent deck and aren't just going to be stamped on by the meta. But anyway, getting back to the cards. Once you do that, if you destroy 2 fire monsters with using this effect to summon it, you can banish 1 monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. So, something very important, because you are either choosing monster on the field or a monster in the grave, at point of activation you're not specifying which. So, this card doesn't target. So you can get rid of those Dart Destroyers, you can get rid of any of those really annoying cards. It's like an Ignister, but you banish it instead. And when it is destroyed, by a card effect importantly, you can add one non-fire worm monster from your graveyard to your hand. So you can't add itself, otherwise that would be ridiculous because the loop with this and Garunix would be insane. And what I mean by that is simply because when it says this card is destroyed by a card effect, if for example you destroy Garunix on the field in your hand, then Garunix will come back in the standby phase, destroy this, goes to the grave, activate its effect, bring it to hand. Unfortunately, you can't do that, so you can just get a different type of worm monster as long as it isn't a fire. The most predominant worm cards that you could possibly get are Yang Zings. Yang Zings have a slight synergy with this card as well, with the fact that you can destroy your own cards. Importantly, things like Chao Feng and all that can bring this card out from the deck, so it's not too bad. But overall, I think this card properly shines in Fire Kings, and I actually think it would be pretty decent to see people test this out, especially with the Fire King Island coming out. I like the way that Fire Kings are going to actually be given a chance. I still have the whole structure deck, 3 of them, just somewhere in my room, because I always thought, well, when Fire King Island comes out, then maybe I'll try it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. But overall, I want to know what you guys think of this card, because it's pretty different, and I think this is a perfect example of a card that's created for an archetype that doesn't really do much in the archetype. It really excels in other ones, specifically 2, mainly 1. So as I said, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the true Dracoruler. Make sure to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.